Hi guys, I've decided to do a quick little video showing you where we are now. If you've not been following my tweets, we made it to the promised land of the Premier League, won the Premier League title and the Capital One Cup. We then finished 5th in our 3rd season up in the division, in the Premier Division, and then David Grody retired. The manager I was playing as, David Grody, retired as part of my 5-year experiment. Basically took him away for 5 years to see what happened to the club, where they went, what they did. They basically bankrupted themselves chasing the dream, and now find themselves, as you can see, in League One, where Paul Howarth takes over. That's me. The former Hinckley United striker takes over. So here's just a quick look at the fixture list, the opening fixtures of the season. As you can see, we've either won or we've lost. We don't do draws at Hinckley at the minute. We started the league with a good 2-1 win away at Stevenage. We lost at home to Fleetwood, which was very disappointing because we controlled the game. Then we got back to winning ways with a 3-0 win over AFC Wimbledon away again. Then the Capital One defeat at home to Premier League side Millwall. Then we won away again to Peterborough 2-1 the league. Then we beat them in the Johnson's Plate Trophy. We beat Scunthorpe in the Johnson's Plate Trophy. Then we won 3-0 at Colchester. We lost 2-0 away to Southend, who are on the up at the minute. They're doing quite well now. They were down the bottom when they beat us. And then obviously 3 straight victories against Notts County away, and then Chesterfield and Walsall at home. Walsall being the most convincing victory of the season, which I'm pleased with. I'll go in and show you the squad quickly. For those of you who looked at the blog, we had a lot of the decent players from the Championship and Premiership still at the squad, like £15 million players. But because of the debt, we had to get rid of them. We've actually raked in just under £50 million in transfer fees. But we have a massive loan to pay off, so that money's pretty much gone already. I do have a £20 million transfer budget for some reason, but if I spend any of that, then the club will be back in trouble. So I've spent small but wise, as I used to before the 5-year experiment, so hopefully that'll come good for us. The goalkeeper, Greg Edwards, he was the Premier League goalkeeper when I was there before the 5 years. He stuck around, and then I've brought in the kids, Jack Winterton. Adam McAteer was already here. Dan Connolly was there for the Premier League, but Mike Held, as well as Winterton's, been brought in from the youth team. Alan Matthews assigned from Accrington to Stanley. Oscar Clark-Harris has been there since the Premier League. Darren Coles joined in my last season of the Premier League. Wilson Burns I brought in from the youth team, who'd spent a bit of time out on loan, but he's been a revelation for us. Samuel Waugh, he was brought in from somewhere, I'm not too sure where. I won't bore you by going into it. This young man here, Jason Coyne, he's my latest protege off the conveyor belt of talent. He's looking good. He was here when I got here. He's come through the youth team, as you can see. Made a couple of appearances in the Premier League. Hasn't done much out on loan and stuff like that. I cancelled the Rostock loan because my director of football sorted that out without me wanting him to. But he scored 7 in 9 for us so far this season. All competitions, he's done really well. 8 goals if you count the cup games at the bottom there. So he's done really well. And we've got Jeff Mayle, who I signed from Nuneaton Town. David Jaboa, who came back to the club. He's 13 seasons away after he left us for Wigan the first time round. Craig English I had on trial in the summer. He was released by Sunderland, so I brought him in. And Darren Eves, I signed from Newport County. I think he'd scored 6 goals before the transfer window shut. He's a right back, so I thought I'd have him. Frank McKinney scored 4 goals, I think it is, since joining on loan from Man City. Brendan Woods on loan from West Ham. He hasn't scored yet. He's only been bedded in slowly. Lawrence Lambert was signed as a youth player when I was up in the Premier League. Greg Long is one player I've brought in from the youth team to take a risk on. He's suspended at the minute for a stupid challenge a couple of games ago. Bannister and Wareham, they're kids from the academy, as is Henry, Pilkington, Pejic and Crooks. He's exciting. He's on loan at Port Vale at the minute. and Pendley was signed before I got here by the previous manager from Cardiff. I'll just give you a quick look at the table. We're second in the table behind Salisbury. Yes, Salisbury, I know. They've come a long way. They've done well. Teams like Kettering are in this division now. And Dorchester, they're not having a good season, but they've done well to go up there. You can see Forest, Derby, Leicester are struggling down there, and Birmingham, who have been improving slowly over the years. I'll just quickly show you something that surprised me. Blackpool are struggling in the Blue Square Premiership, so they could be dropping down to the Blue Square North pretty soon. It's crazy that some of the teams that have dropped. Preston have only just got promoted from the Blue Square North, and MK Dons have been struggling in the Blue Square Premier for a few seasons. So that's that. I'll show you the financial, sorry, not the financial, where am I? I'll show you the transfers in and out so you can see. And as you can see, we've got a massive budget, but I need to check. I'd love to be able to change it to a lower one, because the board are expecting us to chase a dream, which I'm not happy about. I want to do things the right way. So here you can see my incomings are 1.7 million. I spent mainly on those three guys I showed you, and then you just look at the prices we've got for these players. They've all gone to Premier League teams or European teams. As you can see here, Millwall are in the Premiership, for those of you wondering now, and I've just made an absolute fortune off these players, and I've let a few go on frees, obviously. And you know, and we're obviously loaning the young kids out who stand a decent chance of getting in the team. But as you can see, that is 60 mil. I thought it was less than that, but yeah, we've rated in £60 million. But we have a loan of around about 250 million to pay off the debts, and we're forking out £1 million a month or something on loan fees and repayments. So it's a lot of money, and that, you know, and it's, if we're not careful, it'll bleed the club dry. But if we do things the right way, then we'll be all right. So that's it for now, guys. I'm sorry it's a little rushed, but I just wanted to give you a basic overview of where we are. I haven't done a video for a long time, so I just thought I'd do a quick one and show you where we are. It's a bit rushed, I know, and I apologise for that. But you know, stick around. I'll do some more hopefully over the next couple of weeks, and take my time a bit more with them. We'll be able to go through things a little bit more clearer. But this was just a quick overview of where we are now. So thanks a lot, guys. Cheers. Bye.